Hi everyone, welcome. It's been a while since I've recorded a Crystal Snippet video, but I'm really pleased to be doing this one. It's a special one because it's about a crystal which is really close to my heart. It's supported me a huge amount during difficult times in my life. So we're talking about garnet. I'm also very excited because in the UK it's autumn, and this is the time of year where those beautiful red russet colours come through the leaves. I really love this time of year. And also it's the first Crystal Snippet video I'm recording from my yurt in the UK. So this is my new healing space where we are right now. You can see the wonderful wooden lattice behind me that holds up the yurt. It's a really wonderful space where I have clients come for healing, for Reiki and crystal therapy in the UK, and I also provide distance healing to clients across the world. So do investigate and explore my website with further details of what I provide in terms of healing. But for today, we're talking about garnet. Now, it's a beautiful, beautiful, deep stone. So most of us will know it because of its deep red colour. But it actually comes in many varieties and colours, like most crystals. So I'll be showing you a few of those, some jewellery on this board in a moment. So garnet has essentially some really key messages in it. But what I want to remind you is, of course, like I teach in my quantum crystal healing courses on Udemy, that what garnet does for you will be different for what it does for me, and also different on different days for me and for you. So the most important thing with crystals is to connect with them through a meditation, which I can provide. There's a link popping up around about now. And for you to really develop this personal relationship with your crystals, you will find they will provide different healing, different messages, different guidance and support throughout different phases and transitions of your life. They will come and go. You will have a collection maybe of jewellery or stones, and you will find at different phases you'll need to wear them to support you. And then you won't for a while, but then they might pop back, and you will probably get certain favourites which will resonate with your particular frequency of energy, your aura, your energetic body that you project outwards. That's unique to you, that unique energetic blueprint. So garnet, for me, I like to share what it means to me, because hopefully it will inspire you to investigate your personal connection with garnet as well. But for me, oh my goodness, it really, really supported me during probably one of the most difficult phases in my life, when I was going through separation and divorce with my ex-husband. My mother was very poorly, and I really was desperately trying to find a boost when I was needing to go to the solicitors and have those really difficult conversations, those confrontations with my ex-husband, and you know, come to an agreement about finances, which is always difficult. And what I found myself doing was getting my piece of garnet out of my box. So this is a beautiful example of a garnet stone, and this is the form that it is when it's found and then tumbled. So this lovely kind of hexagonal, 3D hexagonal form. And you can also get them in a round tumbled version. They tend to be a lot darker in colour, almost black when they're spherical. But you can't quite see here, but when I hold this piece up to the light, it has a translucency in some of its deeper parts, and you can see the red shining through. And that's what I love about this stone so much, that when you look deep into it, you get those surprises. So I also bought a new piece this week in the UK, a very small piece, and I can see by holding it up here that there's a little area of red just shining through. So really deep and beautiful stones. Now garnet is a hard stone, so it's ideal for jewellery. And actually once upon a time, a person told me a lovely story that garnet was worn in the First World War by many women supporting themselves because their husbands might have been away at war, and also bringing about a feeling of joy during those really depressive, difficult times during First World War. So that's when garnet really came into being, if you like. It's been used for many, many decades in jewellery and amulets, but certainly during First World War it became very popular. And if you go to an antiques jewellery shop now, you'll probably find antique garnet jewellery, which might have been worn back in that time. So that's really wonderful. So that's a bit of history in the UK, the First World War, and other countries that it was worn during those times. Now, the other thing that this person told me is that in French, joie de vivre is a saying, joy of life. And this is associated with garnet because it brings about, it brings up within you this joy of being, even if you feel depressed. And for me, in this example in my life, it was a really, really hard time. And at times I woke up in the morning, felt really low, felt very heavy in my energy. And I would just, grab my garnet pendant that I'm wearing just here, and I would wear it. And I would go to those difficult meetings and I would feel stronger, I would feel brave, I would have more courage, I would have more substance about myself to be able to tackle those difficult conversations. So I have a huge amount of gratitude for this beautiful stone. Now, sometimes I didn't have my garnet necklace handy, so I would sometimes wear amber as well. Now, this is a totally different stone, as you know, but interestingly, this piece of amber, which is less yellowy and more of a deep orange red, I could sometimes wear that and imagine it was my garnet. So the reason I'm telling you this is that once you get a real connection with your crystal collection, you can actually start transposing or transferring the properties of a certain stone that you need into another. So they can kind of morph for each other, if you like, particularly if you use clear quartz. If you go away on holiday, you've forgotten to take your chakra set, you want a particular stone, you're really hungry for a certain colour stone because you know it will balance your chakras, then imagine that clear quartz taking on the properties and the colour of the stone that you need. So I used to wear this lovely amber because it was a similar colour to the garnet, and it would also give me that strength. Now, what's very interesting about today, before I came to prepare for this video to you, I was obviously getting my garnets out and the jewellery on the board here, and I could feel my energy rising for me to be able to present to you in this way. So already the garnet was working with me. So it truly is a very wonderful stone to be with, to wear, to have in your home, to sleep with under your pillow. So many things you can do with it. So garnet is available in different colours, so typically the red, but you can also get variations of garnet. So there's a particular garnet, rhodonite garnet, which has got more of a purpley hue to it. And a friend of mine bought me some lovely garnet earrings, which are here on the board. And she wasn't sure whether they were actually amethyst because in a certain light they looked purpley red. I don't know if you can just see here, very similarly to this lovely bracelet that I also wear. This has got more of a purpley hue to it, so it's a different species, if you like, of garnet. But in fact, yes, these are garnet, they're not amethyst. And similarly, you can also get mandarin garnets, and also another type of garnet, which is hesonite garnet, which has got a more orangey hue to it, which this lovely set, which was actually my mother's, so it's antique, probably worn a long time ago. And these here have certainly got more of an orangey, almost like amber again, that kind of amber orange hue to them. So you can see the different colours. You can also get green garnet, which is sourced in Russia. So there's many, many more. And you can certainly look up in your books and resources and the internet to find out all of those different types. So it's really for you to find out which type of garnet resonates with you on a particular day. Now, there are so many properties to remember of all the stones. I certainly can't remember them all. And garnet has many. What I always encourage you to do is to think about the chakra system, because that will guide you as a really good skeleton, if you like, to hang off all of these different stones and properties against the colours of the chakra system. So garnet, being deep red, is associated with the root chakra. Okay, if it was a green garnet from Russia, it would probably help balance the heart chakra, because the heart chakra is typically green or pink. So you can see how when you see stones in a shop, and if you're not sure of what they are, you can at least think about the colour and which chakra it relates to, and then more than likely that stone will help balance and harmonise that chakra on your body. So garnet, going back to the root, is typically going to be red, so root chakra energy. And the root is all about how we come into the world. It's about tribe. Which tribe do we come into? How are we influenced by culture, by society, by our friends, our peers, our family? And who are we within that larger group, if you like? It's about survival as well. And interestingly, you know, in my story, when I was going to those difficult meetings, solicitors' meetings, that was about finances. And that was where garnet really came in to support me. So actually, you know, I wasn't aware of that at the time. I hadn't made that link, but it was perfectly placed, garnet, to support me during those financial meetings. So it's about survival instincts. Garnet, the other main titles, or main properties if you like, survival instincts, passion as well, and vital energy. So look at how I'm presenting to you. This isn't maybe how I am every day, but it certainly raised my energy for this presentation. It gave me more vital energy. So that's a key aspect of garnet, raising vital energy. It will also give you self-confidence. It will build your self-esteem. It will give you courage. It will make you feel brave for those difficult things in life. So that's such a wonderful aspect. And then also joy, this joie de vivre, joy of living, seeing the beauty and the joy in things, okay, and bringing that into your life. So I ask you, why not wear garnet? Because all of those things we need in life. We need to be able to survive. We need to be able to build our self-confidence and be brave and courageous to do the things we want to do and find our life purpose. And we want that energy to do all those things. And we also want to be joyful in our lives. So don't overlook garnet. Often it's overlooked because of ruby, because ruby is seen as a more expensive gem. But of course, it's not about money. It's about the beautiful properties that these crystals can give us. I have a little ruby pendant here, and just to give you an example, obviously this is a red colour as well. It's a pinky red, this particular ruby, but it's different, subtly different. We'll still work on the root chakra, but garnet, don't overlook garnet because it really is wonderful. So there are obviously some other properties linked to garnet. I've covered the kind of 5 main ones. There are so many, I've had to write them down, so I'm going to read them out to you. But it also inspires love and devotion. Okay, so if you're in a relationship and you really want to really give that an injection of love and devotion, then you can really work with garnet. You could both meditate with garnet. So that's a wonderful aspect of it, linked to the passion that I've already talked about in garnet. Because it's at the root and it works at the root chakra, it aids sexual potency as well. So if you want to give your relationship a bit of va-va-voom, then certainly garnet will help you do that. It stimulates the kundalini energy, which is this snake energy which starts at the root chakra. So you can actually use garnet to enable your energy, your chakra energy, to rise from the root and rise upwards. So that's something that those of you who do Kundalini yoga may be very interested in. It also rejuvenates and it purifies. So certainly I found this, that when I was wearing garnet at those difficult transitional times in my life, I felt it was supporting me, guiding me, giving me courage, but it was also purifying me, purifying my thoughts, making me more focused on self and aware of myself. It also helped me to avoid self-sabotage, which is obviously quite common when you're in those really difficult situations such as divorce or separation. You can self-sabotage yourself. So it really supported me in that way. All to do with disharmony. Garnet is also excellent at really releasing anger, because anger is often held in the root chakra, okay? So this is the area of all our genitals, our reproductive organs, but it's often where anger is held. And anger is an extremely powerful energy. Now, as we know from science, energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. So don't be afraid of being angry. You need to accept your anger, but work with it. So with the help of Garnet, you could actually work to transform your anger into a vital energy that can actually give you proactivity in your life. So that's really key as well. It also helps combat depression for the reasons that we've talked about, that joie de vivre, that bringing about a vital energy, feeling that you can cope with life, and it can really lighten depression. So that's a really key aspect of Garnet as well. And finally, it's protective, like many stones. Many crystals are protective of our aura, but Garnet will do that as well when you wear it. And it also activates other crystals, which is interesting. So if you're working with other crystals who are perhaps a little bit quieter, they're a little bit shy, then if you marry them with Garnet in a layout or a chakra balance, then Garnet will help to activate those other crystals even more, to give you the benefit of their properties too. So those are some wonderful, wonderful examples of Garnet, and I really encourage you to maybe purchase a piece of jewellery, whether it's antique or whether you buy a piece yourself and then you make your own jewellery, or use, you know, a tumble stone, sleep with it under your pillow or at your feet, because it's a grounding crystal as well. Because again, it's linked to the root chakra. Wear the colour. I'm wearing the colour today. Even the colour of Garnet will give you that vital energy, courage, strength, joie de vivre, and of course red roses, which are also linked to this devotion, this idea of love, devotion and passion. So it's no mistake that red roses and all of the other red things, and autumn, the colours of the leaves, it all brings us vitality and life. So I do hope you enjoy wearing and using your Garnet. I hope you enjoyed listening to this crystal snippet video. Do use my crystal meditation if you would like to travel and journey with your Garnet stone and any others. And also check out my crystal healing videos on Udemy, my course Quantum Crystal Healing, because I talk about so much more than just crystals. I talk about energy in general, manifestation, how to look after your crystals, how to work with them, how to heal yourself with them in different layouts. And it's got some really great reviews, so do check that course out as well. And of course, ask me any questions in the comments below, and do like this video if you enjoyed it. So lovely to connect with you again, lovely to be in the yurt, and I will be sharing other crystal videos in the forthcoming months ahead. Probably the next one will be apophyllite, another real favourite of mine.